the Partner Plus program. Let's jump into that because that's what you were referencing.
Last thing I'll say, shout out to Dan for being so honest. He absolutely didn't need to do that, and I'm still baffled by that dude's transparency. Like in terms of his position, it's pretty amazing.
Even after the big announcement of it, was it the same day or was it the next day? They like jumped on the stream. I don't know if you watched that, but there was like, it was him, Mike Minton, who's the head of ads essentially at Twitch.
Yeah.
And oh god, I forgot the third person's name. She is the head of content, I think, the chief content officer at Twitch. I forget her name.
You talking about the girl that replaced DJ Wheat?
No, I don't think so, at least.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, the three of them jumped on, and it was just like very much a Zoom call. Mike Minton's microphone and audio setup was very bad. There was no like lower thirds, so if you didn't hear them constantly saying their names, you had no idea who the fuck these people were, unless you knew who they were. And they just like walked through and talked about everything that they were announcing in the Partner Plus program the same day, which is wild. And it seemed like from what I saw, at least on social media, that like the Twitch employees didn't know that was going to happen because they were just like, oh, I guess this is just a thing now. That's wild that they're out there and talking about it so openly and upfront and just like asking questions, answering questions from the community right then and there. So I do think that that's kind of a cool initiative if that's where they're going. Because in the past, it's been very much like, we're going to wait and see what the community says for 3 or 4 days / maybe a week. And then we'll put out a longer response that's very structured and, nuanced. And sometimes that worked and sometimes it didn't. But let's dive into the actual Partner Plus program, because that's a whole thing as well. Co kind of already summed it up in the sense that what it is, but the bare bones of it is that streamers within the Partner Plus program will receive a 70-30 split share on net subscription revenue for up to 12 months, up to $100,000. The sticking point is the qualification process is that partners must maintain a sub count of at least 350 recurring paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive months. Subs. Yeah, those cannot be Prime subs or cannot be gifted subs. So you cannot, quote unquote, like game the system.
And at the time of the writing of this, it was worked out that 2.5% of partners qualify for this program.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is what?
2.5.
I think I saw that was around 1,000 people on Twitch is kind of what that works out to, given the latest partner numbers on Twitch, partnered streamers on Twitch.
So in other words,
not great.
It's not a lot.
Not
great. And then you have to keep in mind that the top end. So, there's a lot of it's public what a 70-30 split is. I mean, they're public with it. It's about $3.50 per sub. So a lot of top end streamers are very public with their sub numbers.
If your location does $5 subs.
Yes, exactly. $5 localized. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what that means is, for instance, is that the first, and don't get me wrong. Let me preface by saying 100K is a lot of money. This is money that the streamers earned. This is money that viewers give to the streamers to support them. So 100K is still a lot of money. But the premise behind this 100K roof is if you sub to a streamer and he has, 10,000 subs, that's $35,000 a month that would count towards this. So that means in the first 3 months, he would earn out of the partner program and then get a double-digit pay cut for the rest of the year for 9 more months. And it's not like this is a double-digit pay cut going to feed hungry children or going to smaller streamers. This is Twitch and Amazon just taking that money that is being earned, just taking it and putting it towards their profits. So it is that's wild, dude. That's the whole earn out part of that program is wild. Because they're and again, keep in mind, that's if a streamer has 10,000 subs. There's streamers that average like 20,000, 30,000. There's a subathon right now with Iron Mouse. She has like 125,000. In 1 month, she would earn out of this partner program by like 3 times.
Right.
So it's wild. And then every month after that, her split gets reduced by over 20%. Just off your paycheck. Which is, again, that's wild.
It is. Yeah.
That's wild.
It is essentially,
yes, after the 100K hit, the split goes back down to 50-50. That's the premise. The premise
subs.
is that it's 70-30 to 100K. And then after you earn out of 100K, you then return to Twitch taking half of your sub income.
Yeah.
And sorry, last thing I'll say.
No, go ahead.
Even though gift subs and prime subs don't count towards the 350 you need to earn into the program, they do count against your 100K.
Right. So
it's like this weird thing where there's like this sweet spot, and it gets to a point where you're like, stop gifting me subs and instead tip me via PayPal, because I will earn out.
Right.
And lose
That's
money.
what I was about to say. Yeah.
I will lose money if you gift subs in the channel, because it will drop my ratio down. So please, instead of gifting me, go PayPal me or Patreon me or something else. Do not gift me money through Twitch, because you will screw up my ratio.
Right.
It's, again, wild.
It's very wild, because like on both sides of the spectrum, if you're under 350 subs, it's bad. I mean, in a way, I guess, but on both sides of the spectrums, it's bad, right? Like sub 350 subscriptions, you're not part of the program, and after that, you're also getting screwed. So for the quote 2.5%, that's the sweet spot, which is 2.5% apparently of the entire platform. So not a good thing. And I think this launched very quickly to like, hey, it's 70-30. Yay, we did it, guys. And then a couple hours after that, people were like, wait a minute, this is not a good thing. And I think it kind of backfired.
70-30. People heard 70-30 and got excited. And to their credit, like here's where it gets even weirder. Like Twitch has ambassadors. And many of them signed off on this exact thing. And I think even a lot of them were like, after the fact, like, oh, hold up. Like, wait a second. Like, this is not quite the win that we thought it was.
Yeah.
Which is, again, just super, super unfortunate. It's the kind of thing where it's like, this stuff does not need to be complicated. It's being complicated like this for obvious reasons, where they want to obfuscate goodwill while not actually doing it in the back end. It's really unfortunate. Like, I think I speak for all of us when I say we want Twitch to get wins. Twitch needs wins these days. And it's so unfortunate to see themselves shoot them in the foot just over and over with stuff like this. Where it's like,
okay,
it's rough.
For someone like, if you made over 100,000, but they instituted the 50-50 after that, but they said, okay, we're doing that so we can pay everybody 70-30 up to 100,000. Would that be something you think top streamers would be willing to do?
No.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
No.
The whole Twitch
don't want to help anybody.
Twitch has proven over and over that we are not in the bleed purple era. This is not a we help you, you help us situation. Twitch is a platform that's making their money, and we are making our money on their platform. So this idea that streamers need to give something up or other streamers to get things, that's ludicrous.
Yeah.
That's ludicrous. That'd be like your boss coming to you at your job and be like, I was going to give you a raise, but instead I'm going to give these 3 people a third of the raise you were going to get.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why don't you just do all of it? like we're like, why, what are you doing? Like, that doesn't know. Like we've all deserved a raise. We should all get a raise. Like it's not, we're not that bleed purple community anymore. And obviously that's not what they're going to do. Like, we would never know on the back end, but it's like the exact amount that top streamers would lose would then get like communistic style distributed across like that. Just, oh man, that's messy. That's weird. And that would cause more problems than this.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
And we came up,
also,
this was a while ago. Oh,
America.
When this was announced, we came up with a hypothetical number, for like, if you're going to earn 100,000 on like just static numbers, we just took the static numbers, $5 sub, 350 out of that goes to you. How many subs? 2,380 subs. If you are doing over that, then everything after that is 50-50 split. So anybody with
Yeah.
2380 subs, like give or take, obviously, because of
Every month,
localized
not just one
pricing and
month.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And see,
Yeah.
here's the thing. The premise is that if you have 2380 subs and you have that exact amount each month, you won't earn out of the contract. That's the premise. But if you do at any point before then, and you still have a month left, then you drop back down to 50-50. So the weird idea here is the earlier, obviously, the more subs you have, the earlier you earn out, the more money you lose. So basically, the better you do, the more you get penalized. That's what Twitch is doing with this. Like, great thing to tell your creators.
If you are listening to this and you're wondering, like, if you have access to a Twitch partner rep, get in contact with them, because that's what I did. And my partner rep informed me that my current contract will stand until it's up next August, like a year from August.
Ah, you get to go from
So-
August. Nice. Mine renews in 10 days. And so I'm good till June of next year before this.
I do need to
this
say,
hits
for
me.
full transparency, that my contract, everything that happens in the partner program does not affect me in any way.
Got it.
That being said, it still pisses me off, and I still am loud and vocal about it.
Yeah.
But I
that-
should probably say that for full transparency.
But I guess answer this for transparency or not. It's up to you. That contract will eventually run out, will it not? Like it has an end date. Yeah.
I am not forever employed by Twitch. No,
Right.
I'm not a forever exclusive. That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So that makes sense. But yeah, Zeke's 100% correct. Look at your contract, see when it auto renews. If it hits before October 1st, then you won't be affected by this until that contract ends, essentially. And then you will be sometime in 2024.